What's up, guys? It is early on the 4th of July. I am actually going to the 9:40 a.m. showing of The Amazing Spider-Man in IMAX 3D. I don't know why they're having a showing this early. It is quite early. But, I figured I would go to the earliest one, get it out of the way. That way I can enjoy my day off, get some stuff done around the place, all that good stuff. But, for whatever reason, they're having a showing at 9:40 in the morning, so I'm going to this, and I'm thinking, you know what, this movie better be good for getting me out of bed this early. I'm hoping for the best, expecting nothing. I'm not a big Spider-Man fan really at all. I enjoyed Raimi's trilogy, but as far as this goes, I don't know what to think. My initial thoughts were they're rebooting this too soon, way too soon, considering that Spider-Man 3 just came out in 2007, I think, or 2008. I think it's maybe 2007. It's just way too early. So I don't know, and I'm not the guy that's playing Spider-Man in this, Garfield, whatever his name is, I don't know. He looks like he might do good in the part, but we'll see. I really don't expect anything with this movie. I'm not, it's not something that I was really, jumping to go see, even though I am seeing it the day after it opens. But I got a free movie pass to go see this, so I figured, hey, you can't beat free. So if it sucks, I can't complain because I didn't pay shit for it. So yeah, I'm gonna check this out, and I'll let you guys know what I think. So stay tuned. Okay, guys. So just got done watching the movie, and surprisingly, it was a pretty packed theater. Especially for being, so early in the morning. It was at least half full. And they also gave you these little Spider-Man pins here. I don't know if maybe this was something left over from the midnight premiere, or maybe it's just something they are going to have for a little limited time. Okay, I'll just briefly go over the plot. Most of you are already going to know it, if you know anything at all about Spider-Man. Peter Parker's a young boy. His dad is a scientist, and his study in his house is broke into one night, so they hurry up and take everything and take Peter and drop him off with his Aunt May and Uncle Ben, and his parents aren't heard from again. Then you flash forward to when he's a teenager. He finds his dad's bag that he had left with his Uncle Ben to keep secret, to keep it stowed away. He finds this bag, finds a secret compartment in it that talks about the Oscorp Corporation. So he goes there, and he finds these genetically engineered spiders, and they're working on this sort of bio cable thing where they're taking the webbing from the spiders and making this really super strong cable with it. And of course, he's bitten by a spider, and he starts to gain all of this, these powers that he is trying to understand. He's a high school student. He really likes this girl named Gwen Stacy, and also there's this other scientist, Curtis. Is it Curtis Connor? I believe is his name. But he is missing his right arm from like the elbow down, and he's working on this experiment, trying to blend reptile and human genes together, sort of to how reptiles can lose their tail in the wild and grow one back. He's trying to bring that into human DNA in hopes of regenerating limbs and stuff like this. And he ends up doing the experiments on his own, and things go crazy, and he turns into the Lizard, which is the antagonist of the film. Overall, guys, this film was pretty entertaining. I thought the cast was good. Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man was a lot better than I expected him to be. I couldn't really picture him as Spider-Man, but he was surprisingly very good. I liked how he played the character, especially when he was, trying to figure out his powers and everything and how to use them. He's a very awkward, backward type guy, a loner, and Andrew played this character very well. And I liked Martin Sheen as Uncle Ben. Like, I thought that their relationship was very good. They showed more to it in this one than they had in previous films. Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy was really good. I liked her too. She's got a lot of charisma as an actress, and I thought that she did really, really well in this film as Peter's love interest. Then you also had Sally Fields playing Aunt May. She was good. There's some good scenes with her and Uncle Ben. I mean, they're a believable couple. And Rhys Ifans or something like that, whatever his name is, the guy that plays the lizard. He was good too. You felt sympathy for him because he really longed to have his arm back and, to be able to make this breakthrough just for science in general. And he did really well at that. I thought he did good. But guys, overall, the movie it was just okay for me in general. I mean, it was entertaining, but at the same time, I can't get over the feeling that it's just too soon to do a reboot of this, because the whole time I'm watching it, I'm just like, I've seen this before, I mean, because first off, I'm not a big Spider-Man fan, like I've said, and I admit that. Maybe if I was a bigger Spider-Man fan, I would be more anxious and accepting of a reboot already, because, I am a huge Batman fan, they're going to reboot that. They've already said that after Dark Knight Rises. I don't know if it's going to be 5 years or later, or possibly even sooner than that, but I'll probably be more accepting of that as a reboot, just being a bigger fan. So, not being a huge fan probably affects my opinion a little bit of this. But it is a well-made film. There's no denying that. I like how they go a little bit more in depth with Peter discovering himself as Spider-Man, and I like how his web is something that he's made. They establish early in the film that Peter is good at creating things and making things. He's mechanically inclined. He's very good with science. So, I like how he actually made a device for his webbing instead of it being, an organic type thing like it was with Raimi's films. It takes quite a while. I'd say a whole first hour at least is the build-up, of him discovering himself and becoming Spider-Man. But it basically was like Spider-Man Begins. In all honesty, it's they basically took the formula that Nolan did with Batman Begins and transformed it to Spider-Man movie. It's more serious toned, it's more realistic, it's more believable. It's taken more serious all the way around. But the one part where it is different is it still does remain more of a traditional comic book movie and doesn't completely go into reality-based scenarios like Nolan's film does. Like the lizard, that's the main thing. Like, the lizard would not work in Nolan's world. That's the difference with this. But it's very much, a begins, an origin story once again, which is, I don't know that was really needed again. I mean, I guess if you're rebooting the series and having all new characters and making the story slightly different, then I guess you do. But to me, it felt kind of stale for that reason. You know, we already saw an origin story, you know, just 10 years ago with Raimi's films, and those films just ended 5 years ago. So I just think it's just too soon for all this. I mean, I'm sure the film's going to be a big hit because, you know, Spider-Man is a big draw, and like I said, it is a good film. I'm not knocking on the film saying the film isn't good. It just felt stale to me because it's been too soon. So I'll give Spider-Man a 5 out of 10. Some of you are probably going to think that that's too low, but you know, that's just my opinion on the film. If I wouldn't have had a free ticket, I would not have came to see this in the theater. You know, I did see the IMAX 3D. The visuals are all really great. The 3D was really disappointing, I thought, which is kind of surprised because this was shot in 3D. Very few things popping out of the screen, which that never bothers me. I go more for the depth, and even the depth was just very disappointing. Not much depth at all in this film. So the 3D, I only give it a 3 out of 10 at best. So yeah, guys, I mean, if you're a big Spider-Man fan, check this out. You're probably going to like it. But for me, it was just a so-so average film that probably watching it one time is enough for me. So, yeah, guys, I hope you are enjoying your 4th of July. You have a good one. I'll talk to you later. See ya.